right. Pawan Khera, your party has been accused of fueling vaccine hesitancy at the start. Do you not believe that if questions on co-vaccine were not raised the way they were, maybe a full rollout have been possible earlier, and that would have included children as well?
Maha, a very happy new year to you and all your viewers and all the panelists. This is a pet strategy of the Modi government. You start blaming. Now, my fellow panelists from the BJP started with blaming the Congress, where we haven't even spoken out yet. She blamed all the state governments, including the BJP state governments, I'm sure. So this is not the way a responsible government should behave. Mr. Javadekkar's video will haunt him for the rest of his life, where he came and proudly boasted by December 2021, the entire country adult population will be vaccinated fully. Today, we are sitting in 3rd of January. Guess what's the vaccination figure for the country, for the adult population of this country? I'm not even talking about the 40 lakhs, those who got vaccinated today. 44.1% of our adult population has been fully vaccinated, and 61.4% have got one dose. So much for this government's commitment. Why should they blame the Congress for things they have not done? Who asked them to export vaccines? Who asked them to not place the order in time? Who asked them to?
But Pawan Khera, just a second, ma'am. Just a second, Sanju Verma.
If I didn't interrupt,
just a second, Sanju Verma. But Pawan Khera, the question
I didn't interrupt when Sanju Verma was speaking, does not mean I cannot interrupt.
Just a second, Sanju Verma.
Just because Sanju Verma thinks that she can interrupt and others can't, I won't let her speak a word if she starts interrupting like this. Because this is not good behavior. Please learn good etiquette of a debate. There is a debate etiquette, Sanju Verma. In the new year, I expect you to learn the
proper
debate
discussion
etiquette.
here. This is a serious issue. This is not a political matter. Pawan Khera, Sanju Verma, just a second, both of you. This is a very serious discussion on a matter that impacts each and every one. This is not a political debate where people need to gain brownie points over each other. Pawan Verma, Pawan Khera, sorry. Pawan Khera, very quickly. Sanju Verma, let me ask him a question. Pawan Khera.
Stop interrupting, because I won't let you speak
if you
continue like this.
Pawan Khera, hear me out.
Because this is not the right way.
Hear me out, Pawan Khera. Sanju Verma, just a second.
If this lady interrupts me again, believe me, Maha, I won't allow her to speak. She has no business to interrupt.
I'm not coming to either of you. Let me go back to the other two guests, and then I'll come back to the two of you.
She needs to learn some conducts of a debate.
I'll go to the other two guests. Dr. Gupta, I want to come to you now. I think I'll have to just move to Dr. Gupta now, who can make more sense of this very serious situation. Dr. Gupta, how is, first of all, some of the vaccines that have been administered today, their shelf life has been increased, is what we understand. How is the shelf life of a vaccine increased if an expiry date has already been mentioned?
I think it all depends on manufacturer, how they manufacture it, because shelf life all depends how you keep the vaccine. The vaccine has a shelf life when you keep it at a particular temperature, and vaccine has shelf life when you keep it at normal temperature also. I think that's up to manufacturer, and they must understand, they must have calculated the potency of the vaccine. They must have calculated, they must have a scientific reason to extend the potency. They must have a reason to believe that even after that particular date, this vaccine will work. Coming back to the main point where we were talking about, as a pediatrician, I'm worried about this kind of delayed rollout of vaccine. You see, all the countries in the world, including USA, European Union, and the Middle East countries, and maybe even the African countries, they are talking about vaccinating children about 5 to 11 years now. Now, long back, they started vaccinating children 12 years plus. Now, even so many countries like China and the South American countries, they are vaccinating children up to 3 years of age.
Yes.
So I would say I'm not criticizing anybody. I don't belong to any political outfit here. Because as a doctor, as a pediatrician, or as a father also, I'm worried. I think government should have been a bit more proactive. Now, every country is vaccinating children above 5 years. Now we are boasting about 15 years. Now, 15 to 18 is such a small narrow range. What about the children between 3 years to 15 years? That is a big question. When you have surplus of vaccine, you have infrastructure ready with, whether the state government or the central government. I think they should have more proactive and started much earlier.
All right. Pawan Khera, if you've cooled down now, let me quickly ask you once again. The allegation was against the Congress party, sir, that you all fueled hesitancy. Now, that is the question I asked you. You denied that, sir, that there was anything that the Congress party did that fueled hesitancy. But do you believe...
Very bizarre excuse by the Modi government. Now, listen, how can a government shy away from questions related to people's health? Obviously, questions will be asked. Obviously, they should be prepared to respond to those questions. You can't just hide behind such excuses as governments. When you have 303 seats, आप सवालों से डर जाते हैं. अरे, if we don't ask questions on behalf of the people, and if the media doesn't ask questions on behalf of the people, who else will? Obviously, we are here to ask questions and get answers for the people. Why should the government hide behind excuses? Sanju, what stops them?
Okay. Now let me go across to Sanju Verma. Now, sir, give time to Sanju Verma to respond.
No,
Sanju
I
Verma?
won't, because I'm sorry, Maha. I'm warning you. I will not allow her to speak unless you want my fader to be down, because she interrupted me.
Please don't speak over each other, sir.
She interrupted me.
But I am requesting you not to interrupt her. Let her make a point, and I will come back.
You will have to
come back to
my fader down.
I will come back to you. I'll come back to you. Sanju Verma?
Ma'am, I'm sorry. You did not stop her when she was interrupting me. Please do not stop me from when I'll interrupt her.
Sanju Verma,
let's be fair.
The question that Congress party is asking is that even today they have the right to ask questions, because this is about a very serious issue of health of the citizens of the country. And you just heard Dr. Gupta as well there suggesting that this vaccination could have started earlier. How would you respond now with a doctor there saying pretty much the same thing?
You know, Maha, first and foremost, let me just tell you, it's very important for your viewers to know why I interrupted Pawan Khera was. He said only 44% have got both the jabs in India out of the eligible population, and Delhi 61% have got the first jab. He's contradicting the Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia, who 24 hours back has said 90% of India's eligible population has got the first jab and 65% have got both the jabs. I interrupted the Congress spokesperson because he was blatantly lying on your channel.
You are a government known for hiding data, misrepresenting facts. आपने commitment दी थी देश को कि दिसंबर में सारे सबको पूरा डोज मिल जाएगा. What happened to that commitment? Please apologize to the country that you failed the country in vaccinating the entire country. पहले तो माफी मांगिए देश से कि आपने पूरे देश को नहीं वैक्सीनेट कर पाए. ये झूठ आपका एक्सपोज होता चला जाता है. Please apologize to the country. You failed in honoring the word. You failed in vaccinating the entire country. आपने झूठ बोला, आपके मंत्री ने झूठ बोला, प्रधानमंत्री ने झूठ बोला, सारी सरकार ने झूठ बोला. प्रकाश जावड़ेकर जी ने वीडियो में आकर बोला, वादा किया देश को कि पूरे देश की अडल्ट पॉपुलेशन को 31 दिसंबर 2021 तक वैक्सीनेशन मिल जाएगा. क्या हुआ उस वादे का? आपका झूठ है या नहीं है? माफी मांगनी चाहिए या नहीं मांगनी चाहिए? ऐसा झूठ नहीं बोलना चाहिए जब आप सरकारों में होते हैं. आप विपक्ष में होते हैं तब झूठ बोलते हैं, जब आप सरकार में होते हैं तब झूठ बोलते हैं. Stop lying to the country. People should trust their government. People do not trust Narendra Modi anymore. People do not trust any word uttered by any of your ministers anymore. Spokespersons को तो भूल ही जाइए. इसलिए आपकी बात का भरोसा खत्म हो चुका है. सरकार का इकबाल खत्म हो चुका है.
Okay, I think this is again degenerating into just an argument without any facts over here. Pawan Khera and Sanju Verma, I'll interrupt both of you because I want to go back to one of our guests before I wind up this discussion today, because there is a serious question of a lot of children, sir, who've been left behind, Mr. Sharma.